deliberately waiting to capture the crowd. 6:44.1 is the time for the race, so it's been a pretty slow one on times. But time doesn't matter. It's what's first over the line, that number going up in the frame. Thackeray, great effort. He'd have gone round several times. He can stay if nothing else. And there's a good look at Dave Londrigan, who must be pretty weary. It was a very dashing performance on his part between the three fences in the lane. There's no inside running rail, of course. It's like a point to point. You've got to jump fence to fence, and it doesn't really matter what you do in between the fences. But he seemed to actually get in on to the dirt track. He was running sixth at the time, and he got in onto the dirt track, and in the twinkling of an eye, he ducked inside them all. Performance at the Tozer double the last time, when he must have lost 15 lengths. Just checking those totes again. Kaimoto 150 and 90, Thackeray 85, and Coolgardie paying $1. The Fenella on the race $2, and the running double paid $93.65. David Londrigan going into the box. There's a bit of mud on him there. And Ray Benson with me, of course. Ray has also watched and broadcast umpteen Grand Annuals over the years. Ray, it was a thrilling and a most unusual performance by Thackeray, wasn't it?
Yes.
by Kaimoto.
Yeah, unbelievable, Bill. As you mentioned in the call, he virtually almost threw the race away when he came back onto the course proper. And what you said in summing it up was correct, because it appeared to me that A, the horse wanted to go one way, and B, the jockey wanted to go the other. It was just a matter of, who would win the outcome. And as you know, for Butch Londrigan, it's a good job he went the right way.
Yes, indeed it was, and a great piece of riding in the straight the first time when he ducked inside those horses. That was one of the things that may have won him the race.
Yes, as you mentioned before the race, that point over there when they come back onto the course proper, this is where they can either win or lose a Grand Annual, and it was touch and go there for a while.
Certainly was.
Yeah, it's a long way, isn't it, Bill?
It is a long way, in more ways than one.
I was going to ask you how you feel in one word, but I won't.
Well, it's exhausting enough up here. I'm glad I wasn't out there. And the next race to come up here, of course, is the other big one of the day, the Warrnambool Cup. Well, that's it. The presentation's about to be made, and just before all that happens, we'll take you from our commentary position now back to John White.
Good, Bill. Thanks very much for that. And our heartiest congratulations to David Londrigan in taking out his third successive Grand Annual. Of course, he's won the past two on Thackeray, the 1979 and 1980 Grand Annual, and making it 3 in a row this year on number 2, Kaimoto. Shortly, we'll have the presentations after race number 5. In the meantime, we'll take this break. Now for the presentations after the running of the 1981 Grand Annual Steeplechase.
Having just witnessed the running of a magnificent 104th Warrnambool Grand Annual Steeplechase, I'd like to introduce you now to the Chairman of the Warrnambool Racing Club, Mr. Russell Bolt, who will handle the presentation of these magnificent trophies. Mr. Russell Bolt. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 104th running of the Grand Annual Steeplechase. Some people have been kind enough to say that this is the greatest provincial race carnival in Australia. Well, if it is, it's solely because of you people. Owners, trainers, jockeys, sponsors, BTV6, HSV7, and all of you who just come along to see some good racing, to come along or watch it on your television, come along and see some good racing and perhaps get a winner or two. And that, if this meeting is a good meeting, it's because of you, and I thank you very much. Before I go on to the presentation, I'd like to apologise that our new grass track hasn't any grass on it as yet. We didn't get a start on it until the beginning of February, the second week in February. We were worried we wouldn't get it finished in time for the break. In fact, we've had it finished for 5 weeks, and the weather's been too dry to sow. And I'd like to thank Mr. Bill Leonhoff for putting our case to the Racecourses Licensing Board. Last start winner at Sandown, 4th in the Great Eastern, and what a marvellous race old Thackeray ran in defeat, trying to win his 3rd in a row. I won't say any more to you, but I'd like to introduce Mr. Don Jenkins, the Managing Director of the Warrnambool Wool and Mill, which is a division of Dunlop Olympic Australia, to you to present the trophies to the winning owner, trainer and jockey, Mr. Jenkins.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, BTV6 and Channel 7. And thank you all for patronising such a wonderful meeting. Spectacular or as entertaining if we didn't have owners and trainers that provided horses for the various races, and in particular for the steeplechase, which I'm sure that after today's race you will all admit that it's still entertaining and it's still a wonderful race. I'd like to sincerely congratulate the owner and trainer of the horse, and also to the owner for his foresight and forethought in bringing the horse over from New Zealand in January, in particular to win this race. We congratulate him on his efforts. We also congratulate the jockey on being wise enough to pick the winner and get off Thackeray and ride the winner. He has had a little bit of a rugged time over the last few months, and we do wish him all the best and congratulate him on his success. To the owner, carry it away if you want. I'll put it back, yes, right. You want me to pick it up? You can pick it up. Is that right?
Mr. President, committee members, ladies and gentlemen, we're delighted, of course, to win this race. We took the horse to Oakbank. We dearly wanted to win the Great Eastern, but due to an unfortunate set of circumstances, he was not able to show his true ability. This is certainly a very nice consolation. Congratulations to David Londrigan, who rode the horse well. He's ridden the last three winners of this race, as I'm sure you would all know. And my sympathy to the connections of Thackeray, who was so gallant in defeat. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now my pleasure on behalf of the Racing Club to present a trophy to the jockey, which is something to keep him on time, which is the clock, and together with that goes a pair of waterable Walkenmill blankets, which is guaranteed to make life beautiful when you're waterable warm.
Well, first off, I'd like to thank Mr. O'Lacey for giving me the ride on the horse and the Warrnambool Racing Club. I think that's about all. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the most important of all, I'll ask the wife to put a garland of flowers around Carnado's neck, shield her. She's been a wonderful support to me as wife of the chairman. I hope the horse is quiet.
Well, there we have the presentations after the running of the 1981 Grand Annual Steeplechase, the winner, of course, Kaimoto. Now, let's take a look at a replay of the 1981 Grand Annual from Warrnambool.
Together for the Thackeray, then Heroics beat Scenic Storm. Kaimoto just in front again, but oh gee, lost some ground. Here's the third last. Kaimoto hit it hard. Joined again by Kilgardy. Sixth, the Thackeray, going to try and win his third Grand National. He might. But Kilgardy's taken the lead coming to the second last. He's a length in front of Kaimoto, 4 to Thackeray. Here it is, Coolgardie length in front from Kaimoto, drew 2 clear. 4 to Thackeray, here he comes. Kaimoto might have had it and then a gap further back to New Charm. 1 to jump on the corner. A riderless horse getting in front of them. Coolgardie, 2 to Kaimoto. He's coming again, Kaimoto. 2 to Thackeray. Kaimoto pulled out wide, hit the front in the Grand Annual. But Kaimoto led and Thackeray's going to be the danger. But Kaimoto's 2 in front at the last. He's over it.
Well, David Butch-Londrigan, congratulations on 3 in a row. Only 2 days ago, you didn't expect to have a ride in the race, did you?
No, well, actually got the ride Tuesday night.
Tuesday night, through Paul Healy's misfortune.
Yeah, it was a bit of bad luck for Paul. But,
he had a track accident, didn't he, Butch?
Yeah, he had a fall in the steeplechase and bruised his back.
Can I ask you why you weren't riding Thackeray, the horse that you'd won the previous 2 Grand Annuals on?
Well, everyone knows about my suspension before your disqualification over in Tassie, and they suspended us from a period of time, and Thackeray was going around Hamilton, and Bobby Chellis got off the ride there and off the ride in the annual.
Back to the race itself. Kaimoto got out with a big lead, what looked to be a winning lead, with half a lap to go. Then something went wrong. What happened?
Well, coming down the hill facing up the last road double where we got to do our right-hand turn, come back on the course proper, he wanted to go out the other way, the way we went the first time. And the bit went straight through his mouth, and I only had the reins left there, and he stuck in his mouth, and I was in a hell of a lot of bother.
How close were you to falling off, Kaimoto?
Well, a lot closer than a lot of people think.
Well, I suppose that was a terrible feeling because you would have been thinking that you had the race in your keeping and you were going to blow it.
Yeah, well, I was sure I blew it, especially when I seen Coolgardie lob past me. I was starting to get a bit concerned then, but he got travelling real quick after I straightened him back up and got him balanced.
When did you get that confidence back? When did you think you could regain the win?
Well, a couple of times. When we got the first one on the course proper, about 1,000 to go, started travelling again, and I got with Coolgardie again. I was travelling better than him, and then all of a sudden he just dropped out again, because I was trying to get the bit back in his mouth, and I lost a bit of ground. And after jumping the second last, he got going again, and he was never in doubt after that.
I suppose after 33 fences, there's not much left to think about, but did you know that Thackeray, the horse that you had won dual Grand Annuals on, was chasing you home as well?
No, but I had a funny feeling he'd be there somewhere.
What did you think about beating Thackeray, a horse trying to win a hat-trick of Grand Annuals, something that had never been done?
Well, I was glad it was me that beat him.
Were you coming to Warrnambool for this week just to watch the race as a spectator?
Yes, I was. I was going to come down for the day.
And the horse itself magnificently turned out by the trainer, Rick Lacey?
Yes, he's done a fantastic job with the horse, as well as the first time I ever sat on the horse. But I seen him win at Sandown, which he won very impressive.
I suppose, Butch, it would be fair to say that your career was at the crossroads only 6 months ago.
Well, my career was finished, out of business.
And through the upholding of certain things in Tasmania, you got a second lease of life.
Yeah, I'm backfiring.
So what's your attitude to racing now?
Love it.
Butch-Londrigan, congratulations. I don't think any jockey before has won a hat-trick of Grand Annuals. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
There was Keith Hillier speaking to David Butch-Londrigan, and I'm sure when Butch gets back to Ballarat tonight, he may be knocking the top off a bottle of lemonade.